Okay, Dylan, you've paced back and forth in the kitchen, from kitchen to living room, and you paced it all downstairs. I don't know, hours for hours, and all you've got is 2 pages of writing. So maybe you should just talk to yourself, because after the conversation and the energy that you exchanged today, you feel great. But just, I'm going to call out some of my deficiencies and maybe explain through them, and maybe a narrative will come out. Anyways, the thing you need to know before you forget is love is the message, right? You have to lead by example. You are a scary fucking dude when you lose your temper. And yeah, it's part of your personality. It's great because the passion intensity that goes from anger can also be to empathy and depression, or euphoria, or enthusiasm, right? So it's part of your attributes. You like picking a character or some shit on Dungeons and Dragons, right? Deal with it, but you can still focus on your zen and grow up more, right? So your angry outbursts, maybe you can stop it and then take it out, go punch a tree when nobody's around afterwards or something. Or maybe if it does happen, you can actually shut it down mid tantrum. And then you can not only expose your, I guess it would be weakness, but imperfections to everyone, but you can also demonstrate how you can overcome them, right? So use your weaknesses as your strength. Remember that. Until you don't have anger anymore, you have to use it. And if you ever lose your anger, you better go fucking on a drinking tear and pretend that you can fall in love with a girl again or something like that, because you need your anger to keep your character true. You need to fight it all the time. Like, mentally, be your boxing partner forever, or your sparring partner. Don't ever give that up. Because, you know what? The only reason that you're having the thoughts and conversations that you thought that you wouldn't have never thought even imaginable, but now you're way beyond that, right? The only reason that you keep fucking going is because of who you are. Not who you were, but who you are, right? Don't abandon it. Respect it and learn from it. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, well, that's been said. So how you been, bro? Like, just work on yourself as you go forward. Remember, you got to be optimistic, but you also have to take in the tremendous burden of the leering consequence of blah, 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 whatever at any time, right? Many things, many multitudes, many variances. And most of the world will never know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. So if you try really, really, really hard, it's, you can do everything in your power to try and force a horse to drink water, but it's a horse and you're a cowboy. There's the river. If it ain't gonna drink, it ain't gonna drink. Don't get obsessed on that. Just keep going back to you and what you're doing and the people that you've helped along the way. Reach out to them for either their plights or their dreams, and either make alchemy or augment them, right? That's all it is. Sooner or later, there's going to be enough people that feel empowered and different than any other culture has ever spoken in the world, that they're going to come up with things and hit blocks and stuff. And that's your chance to, you don't want to get bored, right? Maybe your anger and depression is from boredom because, you don't get to talk to crowds yet. Not yet. Talking to crowds. Remember, don't you ever fall for some fucking paparazzi celebrity red carpet bullshit. You make $10 million, you find a quick fucking way. Your company makes $100 million and you put $10 million in your pocket after everyone's paid well. You make sure you spend the next 1, 2, or 3 months of your life walking around finding people in real world situations like some fucking fat cat with a cash wad in his pocket. Let me pay off your mortgage because you're widowed, and you guys are a great family, and somebody got crippled or whatever. Boom, there's your kids' funding for hockey and shit. You don't need to hold on to money, okay? You can get yourself a couple cool things, but if you want to buy remember how you're always talking about the race car that can turn into a speedboat and just hits the water and the tires fold up and there's a booster on the back? Go ahead, buy one. Have fun, but make a really fucking awesome friend who lives on a lake or an ocean, and give him the fucking car and just ask him, hey man, when I come around once or twice a year, let me drive it. That's what you do with your money. You don't, that's what the company's for. The company holds the money to help everyone. That's the job. So if you've got money in your own pocket, you're a fucking liar. You keep a little, like a cushion, but don't you dare stack it. Don't be an asshole all the time. Work on this too. You do some crazy brooding facial features. When you think people, a lot of people don't know that when you're like overcome by actual like spirits and energy, and you medit after or before a meditation or something, like you're slow down. You're trying to explain it to other people now, but you're talking to yourself. 1 second here. Just remember, you're looked down at 45 degrees while you pace. You're not being weird, and you don't need to be called on it. It is actually like a halfway form of meditation. That is your metronome that keeps you grounded while your mind swims off in the ether, okay? It's okay to do that. But remember, when you do that, you look like you have a frown and you're pissed off. So try to work on just putting your cheek muscles in neutral, like push the clutch on it, slide it into a smile, just a small one, and then just go back to your meditation, because you're always like this. You don't want to look grumpy all the time. You're not a miserable bastard. You have terrible and unforeseeable fits of rage. And, you know, all that self-love turns into, right? You do the child tantrum thing once in a while. But for the most part, you're pretty consistent, and you always try to bring it up. Fix other people, not yourself so much. If you ain't fixing something, you ain't doing your job, you feel a little bit useless. You can work on that whatever way, right? Don't let a woman get into your life and tell her and convince you she's your twin flame and she's your other half and you need her and blah, 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 blah. I'm really sorry, ladies out there, but I'm in a relationship with God, to keep it real fucking simple, all right? It's just me and him, and we're all that. So I'm going to have some fun occasionally or whenever, right? I'm not going to get, don't be a fucking lusting slamhound fucking idiot either. Dylan, you got to remember to smile, and it is the way you perceive things. It's your mindset, your temperament. It's how you you don't need to persuade people. You just simply have to believe in yourself. Don't be a hypocrite. And you're fallible, and that's okay, because every time you fall down, you pick up the pieces, and maybe you can just get a little bit higher, right? It's like Jenga. All those extra pieces that come out, well, when the thing finally comes down, you build it up already as it was, but you got all those extra pieces. You keep going fucking higher, dude, right? So it's okay to mess up, but work on fuck up. Don't let it happen, man. We're talking about everything. You want Star Trek? Do you? Yeah, you do. It's sure better than a fucking, a nuclear fallout winter that kills everything, or an ice age because we just sat around jerking off over oil fucking company bonds and dumb shit. Don't worry about money. Anybody who thinks they have power because they have money, they're not even awake. So just go, yeah, cool, great for you. Keep your fucking backpack wherever you go. Even though it's already busted to shit, maybe you can find somebody who can sew it, or you'll get another one when it finally wears out. Keep your backpack. Trust your backpack. If somebody steals your backpack, it's okay. If somebody steals your literature, you're going to get angry. You're going to get very angry. No matter what you do, how many duplicates you make or whatever, that could be a thing. It could be a thing. That'll be the thing that gets you angry. And the lights, the shine, the one, when you get blinded by them, I don't know. I'm going to take some time on telling you on that, right? Like I already declared that's my trigger. So knowing that, if it's done to me and I don't, does that foil it, or does that prove more strength but compromise? It doesn't matter. You don't like it, and you'll just deal with it as it is. You'll let your emotions guide your thought process. That's something that a lot of Woken have. They chose to like Zen so hard that they're kind of like more like conscious observers, right? And maybe they're intrigued by this path, but it's kind of still their job to be like guidance and I don't know what the word is. It's not. It's almost a way of achieving omnipotence when you're the conscious observer with other conscious observers. You can basically just, man, words references to culture and shit are easier. The video game Assassin's Creed. You know how you run around all over the map and you just stand on the tower and it circles around the eagle, and then you jump in the hay bale? Every time you go to one of those towers, it's like, boom, the map blows up and it shows you everything. It shows you where the city is and all the treasure chests. And that's basically what the awakened have been doing for the most part for a long time. So they've got their eagle fucking bird's nests all around the world because, well, they had to be, right? And you're a prototype in a weird way. You're a guy who's not there, but he's holding the fire. He hasn't let go of his emotional reactions and triggers, and it's okay. It's okay to do something different. But you gotta remember, you're kind of leading an example. So if you fuck this up right at the end of your path, right, and you hit the ground hard, you gotta remember that you've been doing this under the impression that what I do, others will do. There was one time when people thought a man could only run so fast. He set the world record, and it held for years, decades maybe. I don't know. Somebody look it up. Yeah, somebody. I guess I'm thinking this will get out to like the woke later on. So, but that guy set a record. Nobody thought he could beat. I don't know how long it was. Many, many years. And then one day, someone else beat it. By just a little bit. But within like a 2 or 3 year span, tons of people beat that record, because nobody tried because they thought it couldn't be done, but then they saw it could be done. So you're a blundering fucking mongrel sometimes, and Jesus, I wish your oafishness could just be replaced by a little bit more reservation, because you set some people on edge. But god damn it, love you, God. You're fucking awesome, dude. You've taken every negative thing that anyone has ever said or done about you, and you've spun it on its head. And now not only have you done that, but you've 2 or 3 folded that to anyone in your life feeling down. You try to cheer them up hard. It's okay that you're an asshole sometimes. And when you hurt people, you make sure you come back to them and you fucking say sorry and mean it. Okay? Because your job is joy and wonder and love and enthusiasm. And when people know that about you, and you go, fuck you, right? That's some monster shit. So you fucking, I don't care if it takes a day or a week, you reach back to that person and you let them know that anything that they just got put on blast for was because you, Dylan, you chose the mortal path and you got a temper and you use it wrong sometimes. All right? It's okay to mess up. Don't fuck up. If you do your job, people are going to probably get these words translated one day. If you don't do your job, there won't be a one day. So, smarten up. It ain't about you. It's about everyone. Okay? I'm sure you'll get laid sooner or later. Just fucking get over it. Okay? Guys go to jail for 5-year stints. They don't get nothing. So, whatever. It's okay. And other than that, get the fuck out of this cabin. There's a dead animal under the floor, and you can't get the stink out of it because it's a crawl space without an access hole, and you have no tools. And oh no, I can't. Well, actually, it's because it's not my house. I'm not going to start tearing it apart without consent from the owner. So get out of this cabin, man. Go sleep on the street if you have to, but go somewhere where something's happening. It doesn't have to be a big crisis you need to fix, or it doesn't have to be a giant pit you got to fill with cement or something, but just get back to the energy of people, right? This COVID shit has isolated people for so long. You've never fucking listened to it. You hated COVID. Glad you dropped hate for the most part. But now that, like, now you're experiencing what other people feel, man. It's okay to be alone. Like, I'm always alone. Well, I mean, yeah, I am. Like, I'm do great alone, and especially when I'm with other people. But I like the bustle of other people. Like the noise of a busy street to you, Dylan, remember, is like the waves on rocks. You love that shit. Sometimes it's a little overbearing and stuff like that, but you know what you don't like? This. It was good. I thought I needed about 2 weeks to myself, not 3 fucking months. I'm glad I went through it. And I know it feels like I haven't been doing nothing, but you know what? I got many of these, and on this, that proves otherwise. But now it's time to shine your light wherever you go. You don't have to be the hardest working guy there. You just got to shine that light. Trust me, the work will get done. And yeah, save all your mean for you as much as you can. You don't have to... People will challenge you, and don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch, but you be real careful when you lose your shit, because, I mean, even a blunder can be fixed. But something so grievous could be misinterpreted. You have to remember, a lot of people are asleep, bro. A lot of people are still asleep. They wouldn't be so keen to just forgive a failure, right? Well, yeah, failures fail forward, right? Anyone who's elevated can understand that a terrible moment can easily be, like, you know, conjured into something greater. But a world of sleeping people could just hear one wrong statement, maybe 2 sentences put together, and go, whoa, I don't want anything to do with somebody like that. A monster. You don't lead the woke, dude. You lead the sleep. Remember that. You're not a king. Well, everyone has referred to it that way, but be the different one. Be the one who's like, I mean, fuck. Come on, dude. Jesus did it. Or he didn't. I don't know. But that's what I'd heard from him. That's what the book suggests. But not enough people got the message. So, make a king. Make a king you trust. So he always has someone to look up to. If he doesn't understand what you do, he understands you. You build a castle and royal robes and a crown, and you strip yourself down fucking naked and hand them all to him and walk away. And you just trust and hope and believe in him. That's what you do. And, well, the rest of your stuff that you're up to, well, we'll just keep that to ourselves for now. Okay, bro. Fucking keep that smile. Like, you can do it. It'd be awesome. God, you look so ugly in this weird light. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not doing this for fame. You know that. We know. We know. We don't need to talk about it. Be the best, and then lose it all. Right? You know what's up. Others will understand, and there will be that transition. It'll make sense, and it'll work. It'll work great. And when shit gets in your face and you're overwhelmed and you're starting to get upset and people are demanding reactions for you, say fuck it. You just sit there like a little rock. You just close your eyes and you meditate. People are fucking yelling at you because they want you to fix something at that moment. They need your reactions. Don't give them the hate. Work on it, man. If you can't do anything but be quiet. Given enough attempts, you know, you'll get it. You've humbled yourself Well, you tried actually. The shit on your phone, all those little teeny pics, Google searches, safe ones. Why do you do that, man? Why do you do that? Spend hours downloading 100 pictures on your phone and then you don't even go through them, and you just fucking delete them over and over and over again. A lot of reasons, but keep them on them. Keep them there. Keep them there until you throw the phone in the fucking bush, because you're better than that. You don't need one of these smartphones telling you how to think anyways. So, there you go, bud. You have nudie pics. Are you going to look at them? It's going to be all weird and creepy and fucking fell down into this feral form? Or are you just going to be like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like a real man. I could do what I want. Like, it's okay. Like, really, it's your choice, and it's your job to let everyone else know it's their choice too. It's going to be a hard go, man. 1,000 no's, right? They'll be saying yes the whole time, but they'll be doing this. Yes, 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 yes. This totally makes sense. Yes, I'm with you 100%. And you're just going to have to fucking not give up on them, because if you do, just because you see it coming, that means that you abandon hope on them, right? It's okay, man. And you'll have people rise up so hard, probably steal and jeopardize things, and that's okay. It's your job to bear as much suffering as possible and not let it get to you. Everywhere you step is important. And I need to show my crew, my strong ones, that it is our job. Those of us who walk through the flames of hell are there so we can stamp out a fucking path for others to follow. Bear a lot of your burdens silently until an angel comes to you and lets you fucking talk about it. Gives you that moment of reprieve, okay? You can't just dump this shit on children. You can't scream at children. They don't understand, even if what they're doing is hard to endure and cruel. But it's out of ignorance and naivety. It's not out of malice and contention. And the only way to better them is to show them another way, okay? Don't ever fucking give up, but do give yourself the fallback, okay? You might verbally say, oh, fucking fuck team. And you fucking, that's when you'll be all, and they'll be all, and mad. Or I don't know what it is, but I know you, Dylan. If you pull that shit, because you did recently, make sure that it hurts so bad that the next time you open your mouth, it makes sense. It's always got to be lemonade out of your lemons, okay? And if you run out of lemons, start buying the fucking powder shit, because you need that energy to evoke certain thought processes and narratives when the dialogue is required. It's okay. And yeah, there's a lot of people in your past you want to go out and thank, but you don't have to go talk to them in person anymore. You can just remember that. But you're not above or better or anything. Every single person, even though it's impossible and I would expect a courtesy, every fucking person, from billionaires, business people, activists, volunteers, church dudes, like literally every person, especially like a homeless guy, right? The drunk dude who's having a hard time being the obnoxious one in a bar and you're just walking by the street. They're all worth your fucking time. And if it feels right and you walk away from them because you're too busy thinking about you, well, you still got a long way to go, bud. The last 3 years of your life, now that you put it together, have been quite substantial in forging what you understand now. The last year especially has, well, that's been harder than, I can't even comprise a way to explain it. I don't know how I could compare what I've been through to anything. It's been Rocky Balboa montages, tell trilogies, tragic movies, fucking the whole Harry Potter series, and I don't know, some story about a crippled guy who ended up like fucking climbing Mount Everest, like all that shit, man. Like what you've gone through here And here, you can't tell your story to anyone. You can't be the guy that's so famous and cool and fucking gets the old attaboys, because they won't fucking get it. They won't get it. And you'll just be peacocking and puffing yourself up. So just be better, man. Be better. And yeah, for the last year of this suffering, you're like, if I just had a woman, right? Some pussy or whatever, right? Maybe that would help. Maybe that would help. But if you think that you need that to be, to get that respite, whatever the fucking way it's pronounced. If you think you need that, it's like because of that, you're cheated and you're wronged and you don't have enough. You chose the path of the sufferer, forever to wander, to not have a lover. Remember, you wrote that fucking poem a year ago? I don't know how this long or something. You did it to yourself, bro. Doesn't mean it's forever, but until your seeds are fucking growing sprouts, you don't get to stop working the field, right? Maybe she's back at the homestead or whatever. Fucking have some fun when it works out. But when you're still working, it's okay, because that means that you're not strong enough. Springtime's coming, bro, right? Snowy and dreary, everyone's locked in, but it's springtime, right? We're all in the rut. So maybe, just maybe. And once you finally get laid, you treat that lady with the utmost respect, and you let her know how precious and valuable she is. But you're a chain breaker, bro. And until I meet a woman who is spiritually woken as I am, there is no fucking way I'm going to tether myself to her biological hardwiring, what she would desire out of a relationship. I'll give her some weekends or whatever, some friendship, but you know, when you fall, bro, you fall fucking hard. So you remember your job, and you remember everything, and treat her like the royalty she is, but tell yourself that bitches ain't shit, you know, because like I got a girl, Mother Earth, and I promised her a lot of things. Okay, dude, you're being weird. It's okay to be weird. You got... There's about 80 thoughts I could have come up with, but my mouth only goes so fucking fast, so... Hey, dude, you're like half woke because you need to help the woke get to the sleep, so... Enjoy your emotions here, with your spirit here, and make something of it, okay? They can't wait another fucking 500 years to do this shit slow. There's a timeline on this fucking corporate world, and it's not whatever, but come on, man. If we're killing the coral reef in the ocean because of pollution, it's okay. It's okay to build your factories and make things in the economy, right? Just like, I guess it's okay to allow a drug to, whoa, fucking different wavelength, and hang on a second, there's something to this. I don't have to keep doing it. It just knocked me off the track, but my car's still driving, right? That's what drugs did. Cool. So that's exactly what industry did for this planet. Cool. But if you keep it going, full throttle, just like a drug addict will fucking smoke their fucking fentanyl, heroin, meth, and shit day after day after day and wither away to nothing till they're dead. Guess what? That's what happens to Earth. So, do your fucking job, because you don't want to come back and try this again in a couple 100 years, because it's going to be almost too late and harder. And you'll have to bear that burden. You'll never be able to feel like you'll feel like a failure the whole time. So just do it. Do it no matter what. It's okay, because you're convicted. And you take whatever punishment you're given for any slights you don't even foresee or anticipate you doing. If you got what's coming to you and don't understand, just remember, it's yourself you got to look at. All right, bro. Stay awesome. And next time we talk, you be in a good mood. You're not mad. You just had to get it out, right? So shit's real. I count on everyone else that is helping me to you're better at love, and you're better at consistency. So you can hold the love bar, right? And you can help me because I'll once in a while. And it's okay. It's okay. We're a team. We're a team. Oh, still though, spaceships and submarines. It's sure better than what we got going on now.